nothing at all How are you doing? Welcome back to the channel and another video. Time for something very different to recent uploads. So this was a 50-mile ride, accompanied, not sure what the right word is, by a professional female cyclist, Puck Moonen. For anybody who doesn't know, Puck is a professional cyclist originating from the Netherlands, and she's doing some work as an ambassador for my employer, sort of health, well-being, that type of thing. So really good to have Puck on board, because typically, it tends to be sort of big global brands, so and even teams, that kind of thing. So yeah, it was nice actually to be able to spend some time with one of the ambassadors. Not that any of the others don't, but particularly for the cyclists, if we're not perhaps into football, rugby, that kind of thing. So the ride took place on Sunday the 19th of May. So it was also different because you'll remember some of the past videos where very, very lucky that I got 3 or 4 days kind of out of the office and onto 2 wheels, and yeah, most of the time we were heading out of the UK as well. So none of that this year, just a 1-day event. There's a whole load of reasons for it, mostly that the event that we cycle over to in Belgium, I had to remember where it was then, isn't actually going ahead because it's on a biannual, what's the word? A biannual sort of schedule. That'll do. You know what I mean. So 50-mile route, celebrating 50 years of the business being based in the UK, and we headed out from East Midlands. There was a cafe stop, lunch stop, which was always intended to be brief, but I'll talk a little bit about that in a second, even more so. So we head out from East Midlands Airport, southeast, out toward Bradgate Park. The 1.5 to 2 miles through Bradgate Park, back out the other side into Nottinghamshire, and then kind of loop back round. So that after the lunch stop, sort of 30 or so miles. So 18 to 20 miles over to the lunch stop. Bradgate Park I sort of decided or picked because I knew that they had the capability to cater for a decent sized group. I actually recce'd the route quite a few weeks ago and called in to see the ladies in the cafe just to sort of explain what we were planning on doing and did we need to pre-order and all that kind of thing. And she seemed incredibly relaxed about a group of sort of 12 to 14 people, and I found out why. because of how good the sun, or how good the sun was, because of how good the weather was and the sun shining, it seemed like everybody from Leicester decided to flock to Bradgate Park. So no wonder they didn't bat an eyelid at a group of 14 people turning up and wanting a coffee and a sandwich, because there was way more people than that, which was actually really good to see, because I think a lot of the time we the Brits are sort of branded with sitting behind a PlayStation controller or behind our phones or whatever, and yeah, absolutely was not the case. I did kind of think to myself that Bradgate Park might not be all that busy, regardless of the weather, because it was the last day of the Premier League season. But it did dawn on me shortly after we arrived that Leicester, the local football team, their season finished about 2 weeks ago. So I guess everybody all of a sudden had this time on their hands because the season was done. But there we go. Yeah, we were a group of, I think there was 12 of us. I'm sorry if I've miscounted, but I think there was 12 of us, and then 13 including Puck, kind of out on two wheels. As usual, a good mix of abilities and experience. There is the sort of mainstays of the cycling community, which has evolved really over the last 10 years. There's probably only a couple of us kind of left now who were of the original group. Some people have stopped riding, some people have left the business, but as is the way with such a large organisation, is we've always got new people joining all the time. And particularly pleasing with this is we managed to find ourselves a couple of female cyclists, which is always good, because it's not great being male dominated, particularly in 2024. It just seems to be that with the guys, they're very vocal and sort of advertising what they achieved over the weekend, whereas the ladies go out, they do 50, 60 miles, some of them even more, and they just keep quiet about it. I guess there's a split in the genders in terms of the approach, but there we go. We found a couple, and I'm pretty sure I found a couple more now for future events as well, just to mix things up. Puck, I guess, is a true professional, having raced the day before up in Scotland, sat on the wheel most of the way. Very smart, these professionals. I'm just teasing. I guess that was part of the course, really, sort of sitting in the pack. I did get a chance to have one or two sort of short conversations, but yeah, she was really good at sort of moving, throughout the group of us, and just spending a couple of minutes really talking all things cycling, and even actually about the days that she had ahead, where she was heading down to London, I think it was, for a couple of days, just to do some stuff down at head office, which was good to hear about. Saved having to sort of read the emails and all of that type of thing. There was a couple of support people as well out with us on the day. So I think we got a guy in a van, and then a couple of the ladies in the car. So I'm sure there'll be some far more professional footage than what I'm able to pull together, internal use. But who knows, some of it might actually end up out there in the public domain as well. Otherwise, yeah, what else is there to say? I'm not going to kind of talk right the way over this. I'll wrap things up and put some music on. Another thing to say. So, no metrics on this one. I decided against it really for two reasons. There's kind of a lot of rolling. Plus, I didn't want to take up more of the screen space, particularly because I was trying to get as many of the group in as I possibly could. And what with that new software, it does tend to sort of creep in a little bit. Second thing is, actually, this is not really about me. I wanted to pull this together, give some of the guys opportunity, have something to refer back to, kind of memories from the day. It is one of those things where it doesn't matter if we're doing a 3-day, 4-day ride, or even this, just a few hours at 50 miles. Whenever we go out on these social rides, there's always opportunity for to make a few memories. So saves people having to flick back through pictures or whatever, because it'll be out on YouTube, so something always to refer back to. And then lastly, I guess, mostly what I'm uploading now is pretty much time trialing and really just tarmac and overlays and me talking about how I think things went. So I do like the opportunity to mix things up and just keep things fresh wherever I can. After this, though, I don't know, famous last words, there might be one more, possibly 2 social rides that I'll upload this year. Otherwise, it's back to time trialing this week, after a couple of weeks of sort of reining the training in a little bit. Let's see how I manage to go, though the weather doesn't look great, so who knows, might end up getting another weekend. Did I say I'm in danger of repeating myself or not saying it at all? I'm probably going to pull out a few shorter edits here, see if I can get the metrics to kind of work out, and just give some of the guys sort of shorter highlight reels. I managed to get around about 50 minutes footage in total, and I thought that was just too much. Plus too much road noise. I don't have nearly an hour's worth of stuff to say either, so there we go. Right, well, thank you everybody for coming along. Genuinely, real pleasure, great company as always. Even better that we managed to pick up some pretty ridiculous tan lines, I dare say. There we are. So hopefully you like the footage. If you do, please give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you would like to see more. And thank you very much for watching. You don't need nothing at all. From your head, when there's no time for joking.